So we've been thinking about our lamb range for a long time, and it's apparent that in food service we're just not selling as much of it. When you go out, do you ever see lamb on a menu anymore? Very rarely. And that's really due to cost. So we're looking at what we can do to bring in something that means a whole meat option isn't missing from the menu, and that's why we're launching our new range of mutton. So we've got a really comprehensive range of products, so from the traditional legs, shoulders, mince and dice, we've also got cannons, we've got French trim racks, long bone racks, several other products like TTS, which is top side, top rump and silver side, which can be used for roasting. So lots of different varieties here. The products are actually really high quality, so they're highest quality mutton that you can get in the marketplace today. We've worked really closely with the supplier. It's all British Red Tractor. My favourite is the cannons. They're absolutely superb. They're really lean. They're beautiful to present on a plate. Sliced through, cooked medium rare, they're superb. The difference between lamb and mutton is that it's really based on teeth. So lamb don't have ear tags and passports like cattle have. So lamb is graded on their teeth. So it's when they get their first permanent incisors, they then move into hogget, and that kind of stays for about 6 months, and then mutton is after that. So it's all based on teeth, which seems really bizarre, but that's how it's graded. So looking at price, obviously this is key, and at the moment it's probably about 20% difference in the market at the moment between the cost of lamb and mutton, which makes it so much more affordable. So that's all from me. We're just now going to hand over to Ollie. He's going to cook some amazing dishes using this range.
Next up on our exciting mutton journey is the mutton long bone rack, which comes whole like that, so really versatile. You can cook it whole, break it down, individual cutlets, single mini racks. What I've done here is I've broken it down into little cutlets, and I've kept the bone with the meat on, because for this next dish that we're doing, it's going to really elevate it and help all that fat mixed in with the yoghurt. So the dish I'm doing is grilled mutton cutlets with yoghurt, padron peppers, chili oil, a little bit of crispy garlic, crispy onion, and some pickled onion. So on these mutton cutlets, I'm going to drop on some ras al hanout, which is a North African, Middle Eastern spice. It's got paprika, sugar, cumin, a whole host of spices, and also got some rose petals in. But it's very flavoursome, really, really fragrant. So I'm going to dribble that onto the cutlets quite liberally. Put it on dry, and then I'm going to oil them and whack them on the grill. But they are mutton cutlets ready to go. So we've got these delicious padron peppers that I'm going to serve with this dish. I'm going to put them onto the griddle pan and season them with some olive oil, quite generously, obviously salt, pepper. Just toss them through, give them a good toss. Then we'll throw them on the grill with the mutton. So I'll just gently cover them with a little bit of olive oil, and then I'm going to try and get them on that fat side down first on the bone to help render that down before we cook the flesh. Hopefully they'll stand up to attention. There we go. And we'll throw the padrons on top. I'm going to do some crispy garlic and crispy onions inside the chili oil to drizzle over the top of this dish. I've gone for the peeled garlic. These are super easy, they're all done. The only time you're going to get your hands smelly is when you chop them. So really, really rough chunks. Very random. Some will be slightly whole, some will be chopped, but that's the extent of the chopping that I want to do for this dish. So we're going to use this chili oil here, already done, don't need to mess around infusing the oil. It's super pungent, super fragrant. So I'm going to be quite generous on the oil with this. Just bring that up to a sort of medium warmth, otherwise I'm going to just burn all the garlic, but we shall see. So drop that in. And then I'll just slowly let them crisp up. Once we feel like we've got a good heat and it's starting to soften, I'm going to throw some sugar in, just so it's got something to stick to and caramelise to. And that's about ready to go. Hit it with the sugar. So there we go. That's what we're after. Slightly crisping, not too much, otherwise it's going to just taste bitter. And then I'm going to throw the crispy onions that are already crisp. They're obviously going to go limp, but it's going to help get that texture that we're after. That's that. And I'll hit it with a touch more oil to help bring it together. And that's that done. I'm going to serve this with this really, really thick Greek style yogurt. Now this is probably a bit more of a sharer dish for a table of, I don't know, 4 to share between a glass of wine or something, or tapasy. So
where's the inspiration from this dish come from?
I actually went to Paris with some friends, and it wasn't obviously a French restaurant, but we went to this really cool place. It was a bit of a lively restaurant, and we had a dish similar to this. So I thought, yeah, really nice, really tasty. And when the mutton brief came up, I thought, yeah, I'll have some of that. So that's the yogurt on these padron peppers.
So again, with the padron peppers, there's an element of jeopardy with those, isn't there?
It's a what? Oh.
Because whilst they are mild, you will get a hot one in there.
It's a bit like Russian roulette, isn't it? So that's our crispy onions and semi-crispy garlic in amongst that garlic oil, chili oil, sorry. I'm going to get that right over the top of all the lamb. And that's the chili oil here.
I hate to say it, but you did say lamb, chef.
Ah, do you know, when we go back through the bloopers on this, the amount of times I've said lamb for these mutton dishes is unreal. The products are very similar, obviously, but, so I can only, I'm only human,
well,
chef. I'm only human.
That's a mark of quality then. If the chef thinks it's lamb, then it's good.
So, really nice, colourful dish. Very nice for sharing. Super rustic. And that is our ras al hanout mutton, yogurt, grilled padron peppers, and garlic chili oil.
And which product again was this that you used?
This is the mutton long bone rack.
Brilliant. That's superb.
Let's give this little mutton lollipop a go, shall we? I'm double dipping because I'm eating this for myself. Lovely.
So chef, what was your experience of using the mutton range, cooking with it, clearly eating it?
Yeah, really positive, really enjoyed doing that. I think if you watch the bloopers, you'd see how many times I said lamb. So it's a testament to the product that it is ultimately very, very similar. Just the application of how you position it on a menu, lean into that sort of Middle Eastern vibe. But no, I've thoroughly enjoyed doing it, and I'm thoroughly enjoying eating it.